It is a campaign that could lead to an historic election which could have national implications. The race for an open Maryland Senate seat that pits a consummate political insider, Congressman Chris Van Hollen, against two-term Representative Donna Edwards in a tight race current polls show is dead even. Edwards, if elected, would be the first African-American woman from Maryland to serve in the Senate, a prospect that she touted while addressing a crowd of supporters in Baltimore on Saturday.
I look at this room and I see the absolute power of women. I see the power of us to have our own voice when it comes to our public policy. If we are willing, if we are able to recognize our full economic capacity as women, to be paid $1 on a dollar. That's right. We can save for our own retirement. We can invest in our children, our families, and our neighborhoods. We can invest in our own future as entrepreneurs, as business leaders. Right. We can do that.
A city her campaign says may be critical with its predominantly African-American population. But looming over her support here was a key endorsement that was withheld, and her early pledge to back former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton in her presidential bid against Senator Bernie Sanders. First, we pressed her on why the political PAC for the Congressional Black Caucus tabled a vote to endorse her.
Speak for them, they have to speak for themselves. What I can say is that it is a PAC board that is filled with a lot of industry lobbyists, and a lot of those industries are industries that I've gone up against. You know, whether you're talking about the pharmaceutical industry, I want to negotiate prescription drug prices, and the pharmaceutical industry doesn't want that. It's a surprise to me that one of their lobbyists wouldn't support me going on in the United States Senate. Not a big surprise.
A move she attributed to the influence of lobbyists who sit on the organization's board.
CBC PAC is a political action committee. It is not the Congressional Black Caucus. There are many members of the Congressional Black Caucus on their own who have endorsed me, and I'm proud to have their support. But when I'm elected to the United States Senate, I don't feel like owing industry or industry lobbyists for my Senate seat.
We asked the CBC PAC for comment, but they did not respond. We also asked Edwards about another contentious issue, why she'd endorsed Hillary Clinton, not Sanders. And she told us it was in part due to timing, not just policy.
Well, first of all, I came out supporting Hillary Clinton, I think, before Bernie Sanders got into the race, and so that's one reason, and I never renege on any of my support or endorsement. I feel strongly about Bernie Sanders' campaign and about the issues that he's raising. I think it's healthy for the Democratic Party to have a strong and progressive debate about our future, and I look forward to whomever our nominee is, and I hope it's Hillary Clinton.
Do you support Bernie Sanders' single-payer system, though? That's kind of like something you supported. Do you continue to support that?
In the past, I had supported single-payer going into the Affordable Care Act. Now I believe we have the Affordable Care Act, and it's time for us to make sure that we can make the kind of progressive improvements and changes to it so that it allows us to build a healthcare system that really works for patients and for workers and consumers, and not for insurance companies.
Edwards also declined to weigh in on which of the nearly 14 Democratic candidates for mayor she favors, telling us she prefers to stay out of the crowded race.
I mean, I really do believe in people kind of running their own races and making the pitch to the voters because the accountability is the voters, and I expect the same thing in my race as I expect in the others.
Still, support for Edwards at this campaign event in the heart of the city seemed enthusiastic. The question is, will it be enough in a race that up until now has been too close to call? This is Taya Graham and Stephen Janis reporting for the Real News Network in Baltimore City, Maryland.